Welcome back. Another episode in the Mobile Legends 101 series. And this was also requested by one of our friends in our previous video. Someone commented that they want to see Kaja in the next video, and so that's what we're doing. So Kaja is a very strong team fight hero. He is listed as a fighter mage, but I see him more... No, fighter support. I see him more as a fighter and more as a support because of his skill set. So what he is really good at is isolating enemies with his ultimate, Divine Judgment, while attacked by Divine Judgment, your enemies can't do anything for the duration of the skill, and that will allow you to pick off enemies really effectively, because then you'll be only focusing on that one hero at a time, and so you'll be able to kill them really fast. So the usual, farm, clear your lanes, don't go too far from your lanes, and this is a classic game, by the way, so your focus really should be on just farming, because your friends aren't really good at playing with team fights in this early game, in the classic game, so you shouldn't think about that too much. And you always want to be present in the lane to get experience and levels. And with Kaja, his effectiveness is really dependent on his ultimate, and so before you get your level 4, you can't really do anything in this game except from harassing your enemies with your first skill. So before you do anything in this game, just get your level 4. And our teams are dying really quickly, and we just got our level 4, but yeah, we shouldn't be fighting that. So yeah, if we had enough mana just now, Selena would have died, but unfortunately, because I spammed too much level 1 skill, we ran out of mana in that team fight. And that's the first thing you want to be careful with Kaja, is that he spends a lot of mana with his skills, and so you have to manage your mana consumption effectively. And in general, you just want to keep your mana above 50% before you join a team fight. If you have more than 50% mana, anytime you join a team fight, you should be fine. There's nowhere for you to run. Since I mentioned that Kaja is a support and fighter hero, how you play him will really be dependent on what you want to do in the game. So you can support your teammates instead of focusing on getting kills, or you can build him to be a damage dealer and deal damage to enemies by using your ultimate and first skill. So at this time, I can actually pull one of those two, Selena and Kufra, and kill them because they're pretty low, like this. And with Kufra, he can't really deal too much damage when it's only this level, so you shouldn't be afraid of playing around him. So as you see now, my mana is below 25%, so what I want to do is just get my mana recovered and then get back to our other lanes, because Hanabi should be able to manage herself because she's pretty tanky with her passive. So looking at the game, our enemy Carrie and Franco are doing really well this game, and so with a hero with the potential to turn the game upside down, you should focus on killing the enemies who are doing too well for your liking. So our focus is on Carrie, and Franco is a tank, so you shouldn't be focusing too much on him. but carry is especially important for you to try and shut down. So now, talking about the combo a little bit, what you want to do with Kaja is make sure you have Flicker as your skill to get into team fights, and your ultimate ready. So your combo should be skill 1, Flicker. I failed there because I thought Selena was gonna go for Vexana, but so use your Flicker into enemies, and then use your Divine Judgment and just attack them with your teammates. That way you are sure to get a kill, and if the enemy decides to fight you even after you killed one of their teammates, they're gonna be fighting you 4 versus 5 and you have the advantage. So the odds are that you're still gonna win the team fight. So while you wait for your ultimate to get back up, just roam around, clear the lanes, jungle, and stick with your main damage dealer like Hanabi here, because even though your ultimate should be seen as a skill to kill enemies, it can be used to save your teammates as well, right? And you want your Hanabi to stay alive as much as possible. So what you want to do is stick around her and make sure that she's alive when team fights come. And this is not a good idea to get turtled, because there's an enemy Franco can pick you up really fast. So you can probably kill him now if you pull him. And the turtle went to the enemy, so that's not good. But Hanabi is alive and killing, so we're still happy with this. And we should probably get this buff if I can get my teammates to come to me, which I can't, so we should fall back.
Nowhere you can hide. It's good to see you, Rafaela.
That was not a good move. Carry was probably gonna die even if I didn't go there, so we shouldn't have done that.
Your team destroyed a turret.
So, as you saw in the beginning, Carrie and Franco were way ahead of our team in terms of gold. But because we managed to gank them a few times and kill them, and in general just play better, we managed to turn that around. And now our Vexana and Hanabi are ahead of the team. And Franco has fallen off, so yeah, that's just one of the disadvantages of playing tanks, is that even though you can get a lot of gold in the beginning, you are sure to fall off in the mid game because your focus will be on ganking and supporting your team, so you won't have any opportunity to farm really effectively, and so you get less and less gold and you become less effective. Now I have Flicker and ultimate, so I can get her, and now he's dead. And Kufra came in late there, so he's probably gonna die as well. And now Aldous is coming, and we should probably just fall back. Oof, that's not a good. Now we have ultimate and we can pull Aldous, and he's dead.
Demon, there's nowhere for you to run.
Alright, we just KS'd. Sorry, Esmeralda. So, okay, what happened there? Oof, that's not good. What happened there is that with Kaja, you always want to go for this item right here, Fleeting Time. And for those who don't know, what it does is every time you get an assist or a kill, the cooldown of your ultimate is gonna be reduced by 35%. And as you can see just now, what happened was that because we had Fleeting Time, our cooldown came back really quick, and so we were able to get Aldous trapped, and we can kill him as soon as he got to our side of the map, right?
nowhere for
This is a good team fight because the enemies are low and they spend all their skills. So what you want to do is just go for it.
Double kill. An enemy has been slain.
And Kufro can't really do anything. So even if he comes now, I can just use Divine Judgment on him and he's probably gonna get killed by Alucard.
you shall not even have the
So,
opportunity.
yeah, we did pretty well. We are entering the late game now and we've turned the game around because we managed to gank the enemies effectively using our skills. So our focus again should just be going back to clear the lanes, kill the enemy creeps, get our creeps to their area of the map, and keep control of their jungle as much as possible.
Demon, you shall not even have the opportunity to tremble.
So now we have Flicker and Ultimate up. So anytime we see an enemy that's squishy, like Selena, Carrie, or even Aldous, we can just grab them and kill them really quick.
Uranus, let us commence.
Oh no, my map is...
Initiate retreat.
Oh. I guess I was pulled by Franco, I didn't notice. But our team should do well here, because the problem with Aldous is he is gonna get kited. So what do I mean by kited? Kited means that because he is a melee hero, he needs to get really close to you to deal damage. And so the way to deal with him is just move back when he's trying to get to you and get your teammates to deal damage to him while he's chasing you. So what happened there just now, he was lucky that he had sprint, so that's why he could manage to kill Hanabi. But if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to kill Hanabi and he would be killed instead.
For you to run. Nowhere you can hide.
And our Alucard and Esmeralda were in full health, so we shouldn't have, we weren't worried. We can get Selena here.
Pure lightning.
And Alucard should fall back there because he saw that Franco was joining the team fight, and yeah, but because he stayed in the team fight, we managed to make the enemy stay in the team fight longer, and Esmeralda and Hanabi just wreak havoc.
Nowhere you can
So that's a good team fight overall.
Team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
So yeah, when you have this kind of advantage, you want to get into team fights as much as possible because you're gonna win all those fights, and you're just gonna increase the gap in your advantage even more. But if you're in the enemy's position, you shouldn't be looking for team fights, and instead you should focus on clearing the lanes and getting as much farm as possible while staying alive. Right now, team fight is coming, right? So what you want to do is prepare yourself to jump into the enemy damage dealers and grab them when they're trying to fight you. But it seems like the enemy is pulling back. So yeah, the focus of Kaja should be picking off the enemy damage dealers like Carrie and Selena, because they're gonna be the ones that's causing a lot of the trouble. So what you want to do is try to get rid of them as much as possible. So like this, if a friend is busy killing the tank, that's a bad sign, and so we should fall back. And now we should help our team. Just kill Aldous real quick. We ran out of money, so we should probably get back. So what happened there is that our teammates are so focused on trying to get the enemy tank, and that's not a good sign in a team fight. So you, controlling your hero, you should be able to focus more on trying to get the enemy damage dealers in the back lines. Oh, that's a good pickup by Alucard. I love that. Although he lost his life, he's saved as a trouble of dealing with the Lord, and so because of that, we're probably gonna win this game. Because now we have 4 heroes up, even though we're playing against 5 heroes in the enemy team. We're still gonna win the team fights because our Lord is gonna help a lot. Talking about Lord,
Where I go.
the way to play with your Lord is not to push with him, but instead you should be trying to push the other lanes while he's pushing
Demon.
the mid lane.
There's no
That way you can
An ally has
make
been
sure
slain.
that you're getting all the other lanes instead of, you know, trying to get a team fight while Lord is coming,
the opportunity to
and most of the time it's not gonna be a success. Oh no, I didn't press Divine Judgment, but it's still fine.
You have slain an enemy.
We should fall back.
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
demon. You shall not even have the opportunity.
An ally
So
has
now,
been slain. Enemy double
even though Franco bit me, I can kill him because I have Divine
slain
Judgment
an enemy
and
has been slain.
just pull him back real quick. And I have Immortal, so
Double
even if I
kill.
died, that would have been still a good way to
Triple kill.
play the game.
Wiped out.
And now we get a a wipeout, so we should be finishing the game.
Your team destroyed a turret.
And apparently Alucard doesn't want to finish the game. Very typical of him.
Witness the power of pure lightning.
So yeah, that's the end of the game. So we had a pretty bad start with the game. Alright, our friends died really fast, but because we used our hero effectively to roam around the map and gank, we managed to turn the gold advantage around, and our Hanabi managed to snowball from there. And in the late game you saw that Alucard also snowballed. So we had 2 heroes in our team that were really effective in the late game. So we managed to win most of the team fight in the late game, even though we sacrificed a hero or 2 in the beginning of every team fight. So with Kaja, again, you just want to focus on trying to get the enemy damage dealers instead of trying to kill the tanks, because you have the ability to just jump into their backlines and pull their damage dealers back to your side of the team, right? And that is the power of Kaja. Every time you manage to pull the enemy hero to your side, they're gonna be dead, and that's your advantage. Other than that, you should just play it like any other hero, focus on farming, and if you have your skills on cooldown, get back to your lanes and jungle, farm them, and once your cooldown are up, you should gank a hero and get kills as much as you can. Alright, so that's Kaja. He's a very fun hero to play, and let me know what you want to see in the next video, and until then, good luck and have fun. Bye.